If this parking policy is unpopular with the faculty, then we should modify it. If it is unpopular among students, we should adopt a new policy. And it is bound to be unpopular either with the faculty or among students. The question is, if the statements above are true, which one of the following must also be true? This is a must be true question, so it's important to understand the implications of the passage that we just read. We know for a fact that it is bound to be unpopular with either the faculty or the students. That's the third premise. Therefore, combining this with the first and second premises, we can conclude that the parking policy should either be modified or we should adopt a new policy depending on whether it is unpopular with the faculty or the students. So using that information, we can take a good guess that the answer will have something to do with what we should do based on who the parking policy is unpopular with. We know that if it's unpopular with the students, we should adopt a new policy, and if it's unpopular with the faculty, then we should modify it. And one of these two things will be true. Answer A says that we should attempt to popularize this parking policy among either the faculty or students. This is wrong because there's nothing in the premises that states that we should attempt to do anything related to popularizing the parking policy. It's simply saying if we should modify it or should adopt a new policy. So A is wrong. B says that we should modify this parking policy only if this will not reduce its popularity among students. This is wrong for a similar reason, because there's nothing in the premises about the effects of the modification of the parking policy. They're simply just stating whether we should change the policy or adopt a new one. So B is out. C says that we should modify this parking policy if the modification will not reduce its popularity with the faculty. Again, wrong. The decision to modify the parking policy is not contingent on what its effects would be on popularity. The decision to modify or adopt a new policy are simply based on who it is unpopular with. So that is simply not part of the premises that we have. If this parking policy is popular among students, D reads, then we should adopt a new policy. No, it would be the opposite actually, because if the parking policy is popular among students, then it has to be unpopular among faculty. And according to our premises, then we should modify it and not adopt a new policy. So A through D are out, and E is most likely correct. So E says that if this parking policy is popular with the faculty, then we should adopt a new policy. Absolutely. If it's popular with the faculty, then it has to be unpopular with the students. And the passage clearly states that if it's unpopular with the students, we should adopt a new policy. So E is our answer.